All right, we got a Zillow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is that time of the week where we do Stocky's going to sell you this house. This is a part of the show where I am a realtor and I am your realtor and I am selling you a house you have never seen and neither have I, but I am going to sell you this house as best I can as your realtor. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're buckled in and ready. We are going, okay? We are going to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. The city of brotherly love, Rocky's hometown, the founding fathers, you know, the first capital of this country, or was that New York City? There's a lot of history here. Unfortunately, you have the Phillies at least. They seem to do pretty well. The Eagles, they do pretty well. The Phillies once had a couple, good people on their team. The Flyers are shit, but hey, it's Philadelphia, right? They even have a WNBA team, I think. Let's talk Philadelphia, okay? Everybody wants to live in a great city, but let me tell you something right now, ladies and gentlemen. It is not that you cannot afford a house. It is not that you can afford a house that you actually want. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to Philadelphia, a 4 motherfucking bedroom house. 4 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, okay? This is an investment opportunity. Okay, you could fit a lot of people in this house, or you could fit yourself, or you know what, you could make it your own dream. So let's go ahead and head over to Philadelphia for $234,000. This is a 4 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1,400 square foot on 1825 South 21st Street. I don't know where that is, but it doesn't matter. You have a corner unit, ladies and gentlemen. Corner units are a godsend. You don't have to worry about neighbors. You got one on one side, but guess what? You've got a corner unit. You've got to be able to come out there. You don't have anybody on one side of you there. You can see the street. You're gonna have people. You're gonna have friends. Okay. Every time you open your door after 8 p.m., there is going to be one or multiple people standing outside there, whether they are wearing tight mini skirts, or they've got gold chains, or they've got they're selling things. They're it's like having a little mini market outside, right? You're always going to have company if you want it. And if you don't want it, you just go back inside. It comes with a little gate that anybody could go over. Sometimes you're going to just have random friends that knock on your door. Sometimes they're going to be bleeding. It doesn't matter. It's all about excitement, right? Take the side quests in life. Live a little. Philadelphia. All right, look at that. Satellite dish already there. Look at all those windows. Great sun that comes through there 3 months out of the year. Again, make it your own. The city will probably take care of this side here. That's why it looks the way it has. Some of these have been replaced in the past 50 years. Some haven't. Again, your neighbor, you have one neighbor here and one over here, but you got that whole area right there. I think you're already, I'm already sold on this. Okay. I'm already sold on this. So here we are. Again, corner unit. You've got a lot of space right here. Don't have to worry so much about too much traffic coming through there. Walking is going to be a little bit easier. You could probably put some chairs out here. The city might bother you, but I think it'll be okay. Like I said, great lighting, natural lighting from the side here. You're on a one-way street. That's even better, right? You don't have to worry about so much traffic. It's a great place to raise kids because look at that. And look at this. Even the sidewalk and road become one. So it's almost like you've got all this extra space right here. It's actually kind of nice, okay? All right, moving on here. There's a van outside here. There's your, look at this. You even have a gap in between your next neighbor. You don't have to worry about hearing, yelling and fighting and breaking glasses, gunshots, anything like that, because you actually don't share a wall there. You share an outside courtyard area, I'm sure is beautiful. There's even a little basketball rim right there for you and the neighborhood kids to play while their mom is putting in work at home so they can afford rent that month. Nice right there. There you go right there. Nice little, I don't even know. This might be a garage. I mean, you might even have a garage there. That's even better. Don't have to worry about too much. We're getting a lot of pictures of this. Again, fresh coat of sealant right there. This thing's going to be spruced up in no time, right? You're getting a deal here. I want you to think about this, right? This is so cheap because somebody else doesn't want to put the work in. You do, and you've got yourself a diamond in the fucking rough, okay? Again, here we are, corner unit. Looking down there, you got a nice little, it's a project that you're given the tools to do, right? It's like being a painter and you're given the paint and the paintbrushes. You do with it what you want, okay? For my gamers out there, we call this hidden loot, right? This is your goon cave, not your loot cave. It's your loot cave. Look at this. You want to do some patchwork. You want to make a little bit of renovation, stuff like that. You've got all the tools you need right here. Okay. I'm talking washer, dryer. I'm talking paneling. I'm talking paint. I'm talking about buckets. I'm talking about tools. I'm talking about asbestos. I'm talking about bicycles that probably somebody in the neighborhood is looking for. A ladder. You've got everything you need is right here. This is like getting it in your own tires. Okay, that have probably come off of vehicles that were parked too long. Look at this. A traffic cone. Do you know the power you have with a traffic cone? A traffic cone is one of the most powerful tools in the world. And I'll tell you why. There was a little place in where the town I grew up in Waynesville, North Carolina, called Frog Level. little area that had a few buildings there, and there was a little road that you had to go through to get from the main street to like the high school and stuff like that. Me and my friends were shitheads, and we found some cones, and we decided that we were going to go to the coffee shop that was there and put the cones on one of the it's a two-lane road. We were going to put cones on one of those. And let me tell you what happened for the next 2 hours. Traffic backed up all over the place because people were so worried about those cones that they tried to stop and let the other person go on this lane and then stop and let this person. And it was glorious. We've never had so much power. It took the city 2 hours for them to figure out that these cones shouldn't be there. But you don't have any more power as a human being than if you have a traffic cone. Please don't go out and do what I just told you, but let me tell you something. That is a power move right there. The city, you want to play basketball, right, on that one-way street, but you don't want to worry about cars? Put that cone up there. Although it's Philadelphia, so I don't know. There is a little bit of patchwork that needs to be done here on the paneling, and it does appear that the Kool-Aid Man took a visit at some point during the recent year or two. But again, more space. I look at more space. Lots of look at that ladder. You got a ladder. All right, you can knock off $100 off the price of the house right there. Okay. Again, here's another thing. Oh, I'm sorry. This isn't the basement. This is the living room. But it is ready to go. It is ready to go. You walk in and you have everything you need. Look, there's even PVC piping. There's insulation. I mean, this is really this is a gem. I think you might be missing out. Again, some bicycles that people are looking for here. Somebody got artsy there and made a nice little archway there. 2x4s there. That'll be great to patch up that roof, popcorn roof there. All right, here we go. There's a door. There's several doors and windows. Jesus, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You're basically getting your own store at this point. There's value in these. Why didn't somebody tell? Honestly, I'm not going to tell you. We got to keep this to ourselves. If the agent found about this, they would raise the price because you're talking about $25 worth of doors and windows there. You could be selling these to your neighbors. You could be strong-arming them. You could even replace it. You feeling frisky. It's getting winter. You're feeling a little bit depressed. Boom, slap on a red door, right? Very, very cheerfully. It's summer, you're thinking it's green, it's pleasant, stuff like throw on that brown door, very earthy look. You get to just spruce this place up, make it your own anytime you want. Shopping cart does come with it, so does this highway barrier as well. Think of if you think you have power in a traffic cone, imagine what you can do with a Bob's barricade. Not an ad. Also, you have a what appears to be a floor buffer for some reason. All right, here we go. We are heading upstairs, carpeted, which is good in the winter. It does get cold in Philadelphia at some points. Temperatures change rapidly, and you don't want to have cold feet. You know what I mean? You're not going to get cold feet on this house when you're buying it. You're not going to get cold feet going up and down. Carpeted is the way to go. Again, a little bit of renovating needs to be done in the interior, but who cares? You have everything you need here. If anything, you actually are getting a gem here because someone did the hard part for you, and that's ripping everything out, right? And left you everything to make it your own. So its job is halfway done. In other words, you only have half the work to do. A little bit of paneling could be done up on the roof, but hey, guess what? All of the windows are boarded up, and guess what? You need boards for that roof, and it is right there for you. Look at this roof. Look at this. There's even balls up there and stuff. I mean, this is like when you saw those movies like Stand By Me and shit like that, right? Like a movie, whatever like that. Like this reminds you of that. This is that nostalgia, right? The 80s and stuff like that in a city where everybody was doing crack. But yeah, there you go. You got a nice roof up there. You can suntan up there. You could put some fake grass up there, make it a play area. You could nod off up there. I mean, you do a lot of things up there. Look at that. How cool is that right there? Walk up there. You got a little room to the top. Hang out with your neighbors. Look at that. You can yell over to your neighbors and they can tell you to go fuck yourselves anytime you say good morning. You gotta love Philadelphia. And you could actually yell, go fuck yourself all the way down there. The echo is probably beautiful. Great for when the couple next door fights. Again, more tools, more paneling. I mean, honestly, look at that bathroom. I mean, this is, I don't understand why people don't see the value in this. This is absolutely insane. Everything you need. And look at that. The windows open. It's Philadelphia. You could literally throw all of this onto the street and nobody would know. How amazing is that? The cleanup here is going to be quick and efficient. A little bit of elbow grease, guys. 4 fucking bedroom corner unit in Philadelphia. Act now. Less than $250,000. And rates just dropped. Crazy thing is that we've done some of these Zillow reviews and we've put them on the social media, like on the platforms, and some of them kind of went viral, and some of these houses have actually sold shortly after. I'm not saying it was because of us, but like some of them were on the market for like a year. What sucks is even if you clean it up, the next home is an eyesore. How fucking dare you, bro? How about you mind your own goddamn business? All right, what do we got here? Oh, we're Florida. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do another house. Let me tell you, it is that time again. Stock is going to sell you this house. Remember, this is the first time I have seen this house. This is the first time you have seen this house. I'm going to be your realtor, and you are going to be my client, and I'm going to sell you this house because guess what? Again, it is not that you cannot afford a house. It's that you cannot afford a house that you actually want. Stop complaining. Lower your standards, okay? That is what it is. It's not your starter house is not going to be that HD TV or HQ TV or whatever the fuck channel that is where it's like all this spruced up and shit like that. You've got unrealistic expectations. Just like ladies, you've got unrealistic expectations of the man you're going to get, okay? Go through your hoe phase, get it out of your system. I respect that. But let me tell you something. Clock's ticking, ladies, okay? For some of y'all, all right? You're not going to get the Brad Pitt. And men, same thing, all right? You ain't going to get everything you want, all right? You got to lower your standards. My wife did, and look how happy she is. She's still pissed off at me about the other day. All right, let's keep going here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, some of y'all are paying $2,500 a month in rent. In 2 years, you will have spent $50,000 or $60,000 on rent. Why spend that much when you can own your own home? That is right. We are going to Wisteria Lane in Chipley, Florida. I live in Florida. I've lived in Florida for 20 years. I don't know where the fuck Chipley is. But it doesn't matter. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Holy shit. 4 bedroom, 2 bathroom house, 2,100 square feet for only $54,900. Are you kidding me? And guess what? It was built in 2000. Okay, this is a newer home. You also get 8 acres of land. Are you kidding me? This should be illegal to sell. This should be illegal to sell. Why? Because there's no way you should get this much for that little. Something this is a deal of a lifetime. I'm telling you right now, if you do not act fast, this is going to be gone by the end of this segment, okay? I'm not kidding you. You need to get on these deals. This is insane. Cash only, all right? Cash only. But I know some of y'all have that kind of money. Let's take a look here and see where this is located. Is this Iowa? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are in, this is prime. This is prime estate right here. Holy shit, look at that. Panama City Beach just to the south of you. Tallahassee right here. You got Dothan and Cottonwood, Mariana, Bonerfield, Chipley, okay, Defunct Springs, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee. I mean, motherfuckers right there. You got All-Time High right here, Blunt Town. They just call this place Fountain. Greenhead, hell yeah. I'll take anything I can get these days. Round Lake, I mean, that's Sand Hills, Sand Lake, Sunny Hills, a Broad Branch. Vicksburg, you got a fucking massive historical, Civil War site here. I mean, just think about this. This is insane. I mean, this is prime real estate. Off the grid, but close to everything. Chase and Willis, Alliance, Cox. I mean, you could be in Cox. You could be in Cox in less than an hour. Less than an hour to Cox. Matter of fact, you're right outside Cox. You're actually really close to Cox. Look at that hole. Look at that hole right next to Cox. Okay? And I bet it gets really wet over in the winter. The problem is, though, is it's Hurricane Alley. But we don't want to talk about that. Okay? Okay? Oh, my God. Look at that. Look at that Lake Gussie. What the fuck is that? That's man-made. Is that from a nuke going off? What is going on here? That looks like a major Florida sinkhole, doesn't it? Like, do these guys know about that? Are they aware? All right, back to the house, all right? All right, so what we're saying, $54,000, 4 bedroom, 4 bathroom, newly built, relatively newly, 2000, 8 acres of land. This is a steal. I can already tell you this is a steal. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this right here. Look at this. Oh my God, right? As you drive up already, somebody's already been doing the landscaping. A newer model house here. You can see there is a very nice breezeway here. It is an elevated house, something that is very, very sought after in Florida, especially in this area. This is an area that hurricanes do come through, but look, there have been some major hurricanes. At least 7 or 8 major hurricanes that have come through this. This thing is still standing. This is a hurricane-proof house, okay? And look at that. You've got that elevated house in case it does flood. You don't have to worry about that usually, but guess what? Great for the insurance company. They're going to put you out of the flood zone, hopefully. Insurance in Florida is insane. You're already saving money, okay? It's like buying a Tesla. Buying this house is like buying a Tesla. They say, you know what? It will pay for itself in a few years, okay? Look at this right here, right there because of the insurance. Stairs still intact. Metal stairs looking good. A little bit of cleanup that has to be done here, but that's mostly from renovations, which means that you're actually getting a better deal than you thought. Again, elevated house here, great undercarriage there, under walkway there. You could board it up if you don't want any critters under there, but some people like animals. Some people are outdoorsy. Some people want something to live there and not feel as lonely, okay? You could also store a lot of stuff that the government doesn't want to know about there. It's up to you. Here we go. We do have a slight dip in the pole here, but it is still rigged up for electricity from the city if you want it. Maybe you don't. Maybe you want to live off grid and get a generator. I don't know, but guess what? Not only is it still there, look at all the wire. You could legitimately hook it up yourself if you want. Save money, okay? I wouldn't tell the city about it, but if you want, find a way to hook it up. You could splice it, get it, power straight to you, okay? Air conditioner has seen better days, but honestly, if you just take those grates out and get a pressure washer, clean out those grates, probably good to go. You need a good air conditioner here in Florida. Here we are. Look at the interior. $54,000. I know what you're saying. Stocky, really? Wait a second. I get a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, 8 acres of land next to a place called Cox, and the interior looks this good? There's got to be a catch. No, there isn't. The only catch is that you better act fast. Look at this right here. You got a chimney, okay? You got a little bit of popcorn roof. You know what? The amount of houses we've seen, this is probably the best looking ceiling fan I've seen. Most of them are drooping, broken off, or have something heavy hanging from them. Not this one. This is actually look pretty bad, okay? This is looking pretty good. All right, here we go. It is carpeted, which is green. Green carpeting is great, especially considering that that's what, it's Florida. It's green all the time, so you won't be worried about dragging grass and you know, bush stains and stuff like that. If you do hide a body out there, just remember, the most important thing you can do when you hide a body is make sure you go to an area that is not populated. You don't want anybody to see you. If you are going to go somewhere somebody could see you, just make sure that you bring a camera and set it up with a light, make it look like you're filming content, and just in case, make sure you delete it immediately after if nobody shows up. Nobody will think anything if they see you digging and putting a wrapped up thing in the ground, but you're filming it. They're going to think, oh, they're doing a YouTube video. And if you say, oh, what are you doing there? Oh, I'm doing a video right now for Halloween. Great time of the year to do it. Also, make sure you do it low enough that you're, you know, that you've got, you know, it's going to get about 9 feet deep. Fill it in 3, and then at 6 feet, take a pig carcass and put it there. And then in case, you know, anybody smells it, and then put the other 6 feet. Also, here's the hidden trick. Here's the hidden trick. Here's what you're going to do. Find an old weathered gravestone somewhere, okay? And put it above there. So just in case someone does stumble upon it, right? And make sure there's like a little, like, there's rocks around it like that or whatever. And then it's going to look like it's been there a long time. And they're going to, oh, we found a body, but it's been there. It's probably on an old, like, homestead. I'm sorry, I'm going too far. So yeah, there you go. And then make sure you don't get those stains in there. A little bit of damage to the floorboards here, but I'm going to be honest with you. Nowadays, you can go on YouTube, get a little do-it-yourself, get some carpenter glue there, get a little baseboard from Home Depot, and probably get that fixed up, a little vacuuming done. Again, a little bit of, you know, mold here, but hey, you know, just need to dry the place out, you know, throw a little disinfectant on it, paint it up for $54,000. There is a little bit of damage here. That is not water damage. It looks like water damage. It is not. This is actually a renovation that was not finished. We could have that patched up in a couple days, but look at the rest of the roof, looking really good right now. Drapes are here. This is going to be a great family area. As you can see, the carpet has been pulled up. Great for you if you want to lay down new carpet, put some tile in there. Great place to put a dining room table and eat food right there, because look at that chandelier. That chandelier is going to be right above the table where you eat food, okay? A great place for a dining room. Again, more renovations being done up there. That is not mold that is rotted through. That's what they want you to believe. A little bit of extra stuff here. This we could probably have cleaned up for you before you move in. Don't worry about that. Kitchen, fully empty. Look at that island kitchen. Are you kidding me? I mean, come on. That's a dream kitchen. That is a kitchen the size of a living room. That is some Full House from the 90s fucking kitchen shit right there. You got an island. You got an island range with a vent above it. You've got look at this wraparound kitchen on both sides. This is insane. You could be cooking anything, especially if you're going to be living off the grid. I actually love this. How are the walls still white? Because this is backcountry Florida. It's very white. Everything is very white. All right, here we go. Another part of the kitchen right here. There's some charcoal, living room, a few holes that can be patched up really nice. And again, oh my God, are you kidding me? Oh my God, no one told me we had an actual sauna bathtub. Look at it. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Are you kidding me? Even I, as the real estate agent, did not realize that we had a hot tub bathtub in the bathroom. You know, it's just the surprise after surprise after surprise. You know, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think anybody else saw it either. This be off the market right now. Not only do you get this beautiful beautiful hot tub bathtub there near the vanity mirrors with dual sinks. This is important. What do I always say? The key to a happy marriage or relationship, whatever you want to go with, living together with each other, okay, sorry, let me just try this again. I don't want to say living together because that works on it. The key to a happy marriage is separate bathrooms. Okay? I'm telling you right now. But if you can't have separate bathrooms, have separate sinks. Okay? The amount of shit bullshit that will save you, especially as a man, okay? But between the two of you, you know, because it's like me, it's like, how do you have your beard shavings? Why can't you just wipe out the sink when you're done shaving your beard? There shouldn't be that. And I'm like, and I'm looking around at the sink and the counter, and it's just like curling iron and blow dryer and makeup and wet wipe and cleanser and bow ties and and I'm like, yeah, what? How are you seeing you're worried about the 4 fucking beard whiskers what are you talking about? But I can't say that, right? I can't say that. So separate sinks are a must. Again, you know what my favorite part of this is not the bathtub. It's that skylight. Oh, that's amazing. Imagine a long day of work. You get in that, soak in that hot bath. You look up, you see the stars through your skylight right there. Oh, it's just got to be beautiful, okay? Through the day, nice sun on there. Get you a nice little suntan. You can tan inside the house. You can turn it into like your little mini pool inside. We also have a walk-in shower and a toilet in a carpeted bathroom. Now, I am not the biggest fan of carpeted bathrooms, especially around a toilet and a shower, but to each their own, honestly. You know, it is a little bit of an upkeep, but does keep your toes and your feet nice and warm and toasty. But there you go. All right, we got ourselves a little mud room on the way out. Secondary bathroom, perfect for guests or family members. Few holes in the walls, most likely from the movers or from somebody. You know, it is backwood Florida. Maybe somebody got a little upset with the other person. Either way, a little extra furniture comes with it. Again, all this can be used in the house. We can take it for you. I don't know why you'd want to get rid of all this extra, you know, equipment and supplies, but we can do that. I really wish I saw these pictures before I made that comment earlier. Free grave. Okay, bro, chill. Just missing the heads. Okay. Oh my God. There's no fucking way this is happening right now. No fucking way. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way right now. Please tell me that that's like a sinkhole or a cellar or something. You know, I kind of don't want to keep going. You got a shed and a barn. This is also great. It does need a little bit of roofing, but this would be a great greenhouse. You know, if you live out here off the grocery store is really far away, and oftentimes it motivates you to grow your own fruits and vegetables. I think this would be a great concept to be converted to a greenhouse. Get a little bit of green glass paneling or tarp on this side right here. Grow your own vegetables and fruits in there. I think it's a great idea. Big freezer in case you want to store those vegetables when they turn ripe and make sure they don't spoil. Yeah, look at that. Lots of land. There's the hookup right there for you. Very, very private. Very, very private entry to your 8 acres. Ventilation to underground for some reason. Looks like somebody had a hell of a party out here. It looks like you could do camping. You could probably rent this out, Airbnb this as a campsite or a meeting with people for different reasons. There you go. Look at that. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Act now. I am telling you right now, this might be the deal of the week. You know what? I'm putting it up right now. Stocky's deal of the week. Boom. I've got you. Act fast, ladies and gentlemen. This will not last long. I'm telling you right now, this could be your dream home. God damn it. Even a cul-de-sac. You know what I mean? This is a great place for kids. You know what I mean? Raising a family off grid. You even got neighbors over here if you want. Absolutely insane. What a listing. What a listing. What an absolute gem. No HOA. You're right next to a creek if you want your fresh water. Even has a fireplace. How nice is that? Sit there, warm yourself up, dry yourself off, cook something. 8 acres. Hell, I might look into this. And Denise Myers is the agent. She actually co-owns this with her brother Michael. Yeah, there you go. All right.